Maya Ellis almost missed the train. She jogged down platform 12, boots slipping on slush, breath sharp in her chest. The South Shoreline doors were already blinking, the warning chime pulsing like a countdown. She slipped inside just as the doors closed behind her. The car was nearly empty. 2 rows up, a man in a navy peacoat stared at his phone. At the far end, a woman slept with her head against the window. Otherwise, nothing. Just the low hum of the train and the rattle of heating vents fighting the cold. Maya dropped into a seat, pulling her scarf tighter. She hated taking this train so late, but her shift at the accounting firm had run long. Again, as the train lurched forward, she noticed something on the seat beside her. A manila envelope, thick, unmarked. No name, no stamp. She frowned. People forgot gloves, phones, umbrellas, never envelopes like that. She lifted it carefully, half expecting someone to shout. No one did. She peeked inside. Photographs. The first one made her stomach tighten. It was of her. Not a selfie. Not social media. A grainy shot of her exiting her apartment building 2 nights earlier. The timestamp glowed in the corner. 11:17 p.m. Her fingers flipped to the next photo. Her sister Lena, outside a daycare center. Her boss, stepping into a black sedan. Her own front door, close enough to see the scratch near the lock. Maya's pulse roared in her ears. "Excuse me," she said, voice shaking, leaning toward the man in the peacoat. Did you leave this here?" He looked up, confused. "What? No?" She glanced toward the sleeping woman, still asleep. Heart pounding, Maya dug deeper into the envelope. At the bottom sat a folded sheet of paper. 3 typed lines. "You don't know what you're involved in, but you will. Get off at the next stop. Come alone." The train sped through the dark suburbs. The next stoplight blinked on the screen overhead. 63rd Street, an abandoned platform. No security booth. No open businesses. Maya swallowed hard. She looked up and saw the man in the peacoat watching her now. Not curious. Waiting. The train slowed. Maya's mind raced through options. Don't get off. Pull the emergency brake. Call someone. But none of them felt real. The envelope sat heavy in her lap, like it weighed more than paper ever should. The man in the peacoat stood. Her stomach dropped. He didn't look threatening. Mid-30s. Tired eyes. Office job posture. That almost made it worse. He took a step toward her, then stopped when she shot to her feet. "Stay back," she said, gripping the envelope. He raised both hands. "I'm not here to hurt you." That's exactly what someone here to hurt me would say. The train hissed as it pulled into 63rd Street. The doors opened to a hollow concrete platform dusted with snow. One flickering light. No one waiting. The sleeping woman didn't stir. The chime sounded again. "Listen," the man said quickly. "If you don't get off, this gets a lot worse." Maya stared at him. "You left the envelope." "No," he said. "I found one too." He reached into his coat, slowly, and pulled out another manila envelope, identical to hers. He flipped it open just enough for her to see. Photos. Different people. Different locations. Same timestamps. The doors began to close. "Wait," Maya said, panic slicing through her voice. "Who are you?" "Daniel," he said. "And if we stay on this train, someone's going to make an example of one of us." The doors slid shut. Maya made a decision she would later replay 1,000 times. She stepped off the train. Daniel followed. If you're hooked, make sure to like, follow, and subscribe. Turn on notifications so you don't miss the next part. Things are about to get worse. The train pulled away, its red lights vanishing into the dark. The silence was immediate, crushing. The wind scraped across the platform like fingernails. "What is this?" Maya demanded. "Who took those photos?" Daniel exhaled. "I don't know who, but I know why." He gestured toward the envelope in her hands. "You work at Hargreave and Cole, right?" Her blood went cold. "How do you know that?" "Because my wife did too. Until she tried to report a discrepancy in one of their offshore accounts." Maya's grip tightened. "Tried?" "She disappeared 6 months ago," Daniel said. "Police said she ran. She didn't." A sound echoed from the stairwell behind them. Footsteps, slow, deliberate. Daniel's head snapped up. "We're not alone." A figure emerged at the top of the stairs. Tall, hood up, phone held casually at their side. The screen glowed. The phone chimed. Maya's pocket vibrated. She pulled out her phone with shaking hands. "Unknown number. You weren't supposed to bring company." The figure started down the steps. Daniel backed away. "Maya, whatever they want from you, they already think you know too much." The platform light flickered once, then went out. In the darkness, something cold pressed against Maya's wrist. Not a hand. Metal. A voice whispered close to her ear. "Run." Maya ran. She didn't know who whispered it, Daniel or the figure in the dark, but survival didn't care about clarity. She tore down the platform, boots slamming against concrete, lungs burning as wind and fear fused into one sharp instinct. A shout echoed behind her. Footsteps gave chase. She ducked through the maintenance door at the far end of the platform, crashing into a narrow corridor lit by a single emergency bulb. The door slammed shut behind her. She twisted the lock and leaned against it, shaking. Her wrist stung. She looked down. A USB drive was taped there, hastily, the metal edge biting into her skin. Footsteps passed outside the door. Someone laughed, quietly. After a long minute, the sounds faded. Maya slid to the floor. 20 minutes later, she sat in her car outside a 24-hour diner, hands wrapped around a cup of coffee she hadn't touched. Daniel sat across from her in the booth, face pale, eyes darting every time the door opened. "You could have left," he said, "when the lights went out." "So could you," she replied. She pulled the USB from her pocket. "This was on me when I stopped running." Daniel stared at it like it might explode. "That's how my wife disappeared. She was moving files." Maya nodded slowly. "I know what they are." He froze. "You knew." "Not exactly," she said. "But I suspected. Hargreave and Cole doesn't just hide money. They reroute it. Settlements, pensions, disaster funds. They bury the trail across shell accounts until no one notices what's missing." Daniel swallowed. "And you stayed?" "I didn't have proof," Maya said. "Until tonight." She slid the USB across the table. "They wanted to scare me," she continued. "Make me stop looking. But this?" She shook her head. "This is leverage." Daniel leaned back, exhaling. "You realize what happens if we go to the police." "They'll bury it," Maya said, "or warn the firm." "So what do we do?" Maya's phone buzzed. Unknown number. She didn't flinch this time. A single message appeared. "Return the drive. Walk away." "This ends clean," Maya typed back. It already didn't. She stood, pulling on her coat. "We don't go to the police." Daniel frowned. "Then where?" "Everywhere," she said, simultaneously. 3 days later, the story broke. Financial watchdog blogs published leaked documents. Then international outlets picked it up. Names, Account numbers, internal emails, enough detail that no single bribe could stop it. Hargreave and Cole suspended operations within hours. By the end of the week, 2 executives were detained at O'Hare trying to flee. A third vanished. A sealed federal investigation was announced. Daniel's wife didn't come home, but her name appeared in the filings. Whistleblower, first reporter, proof she hadn't run. A week later, Maya rode the train again. Daytime, crowded, ordinary. As she stepped off at her stop, she noticed a manila envelope on the bench. Her breath caught. She opened it. Inside was a single photograph. Daniel, standing outside a courthouse, alive. On the back, written in pen, balance. Maya folded the photo, slipped it into her coat, and walked into the noise of the city, knowing some systems don't collapse quietly, but this one had finally cracked. If you enjoyed this, be sure to like, comment, and subscribe for the next mystery. Thank you for watching, and we hope you come back to see the next mystery at midnight.